In this video, I will discuss the life and works of Albert Bandura, a man whose ideas on the effect of environmental influences align with my own. Bandura was born in 1925 in Alberta. His parents emigrated from Poland and Ukraine to a town of 400 called Mondaire. It was the lack of a proper school system here that led to his self-learning attitude. He attended the University of British Columbia, where he won the Bolkin Award for being the best psychology student at the school. Bandura then went to the University of Iowa in the US of A for his graduate education, which he graduated from in 1953. Shortly after this, he took professorship at Stanford. But what is Bandura actually known for? Arguably his most important contribution to the field of psychology thus far is his early social learning theory. He agreed with Skinner's operant conditioning theories, but further stressed on the impact of environmental factors on learning. This is where his work on observational learning stemmed from, namely his famous Bobo Doll Experiment. Bandura's Bobo Doll Experiment involved 72 children who were split into groups of 6, as detailed. Each group was assigned to a role model. These role models then either behaved aggressively towards the Bobo doll or ignored it, while the children observed them. When the role models left the room, Bandura observed their responses towards the doll and other toys. Albert had several takeaways from the experiment, some based on the gender of the role model, but the most important takeaway was that the kids who observed the more aggressive role model acted more violently towards the doll and in general. So what did Bandura really demonstrate? During his experiment, children with aggressive role models were more aggressive, and children with more passive role models were more passive. From this, he deduced that children practiced observational learning, which is really a self-explanatory term. His theories had obvious pertinence at the time, during which the video of Robert Kennedy's assassination was being widely publicized. Years later, Bandura refined this into his social-cognitive theory. I won't go into the details of this today, but it included the term reciprocal determinism. Bandura suggested that not only does the environment influence the behavior, but the behavior also influences the environment, which is more cyclical in nature. He also formed the term self-efficacy, which is an individual's own belief in their ability to complete certain tasks. Bandura is widely credited as the greatest cognitive psychologist and as the greatest living psychologist, but he has his criticisms. For one, Bandura is criticized for not giving enough credit to genetic responses which are not learned, but rather inherited. Another more specific issue is the apparent artificiality of the Bobo Doll Experiment, which some consider to be manipulated and exaggerated. However, that should not take away from the strength of the social learning theory. One of the most important details in Bandura's theory is the flexibility of the child regarding their environment, that they can change their response to similar scenarios based on what is around them. Another positive of his social learning theory is again its flexibility, where there are multiple methods of observational learning. Credit should be given to important psychological figures like Bandura, whose works have inspired many different studies that help progress an ever-evolving subject. Thank you for watching this video. I noticed that approximately 0% of my viewers are actually subscribed, so it would be really helpful if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you, and have a nice day.